Hello Twin Flames, and here we are with the first card, always starting with the Divine Feminine. And we begin with the Detached card. And as we can see here, this woman is happily stopping to smell the roses. And so this first card is really pointing to an energy of feeling that you are in the zone, that you're present with love, that you're feeling aligned, that you're not expecting results, that you've let go and you've trusted that everything is going to work out as long as you are healing and looking after yourself and moving forward with your own life. Because of course your union really is going to reflect how much you are with yourself, how much you are living your own life. So we want to come out of that waiting energy, waiting for something external to change, and move into that surrendered flow of detachment, of not being attached to how it's all going to pan out. So that's a really good start. And from my experience, of course, no matter how you think things are going to work out, from my experience, I tend to see that the divine is always very surprising. There's always going to be something else that you would never have imagined that happens to make everything move forward. And of course, the moving forward is an internal process. So remember that everything moves forward because of how much love you've given yourself. Okay, so now let's take a look at the next card. And today we have the Digging card. So a bit of spying going on, a bit of stalking perhaps, hopefully not the illegal kind, but a little bit of online action. And this really, paired with the previous card, shows me that perhaps you're moving in and out of detachment and then obsession, detachment and obsession. And so that tells me that you're not yet fully balanced and fully at peace. And I can assure you through my own experience of having experienced that obsessive, must know, always on your mind, like this woman in the image, type of energy, that really that's pointing to some place within you that is feeling the need of some love. So what do you need that you think you're going to get by having a look online? What are you needing to feel? And give that to yourself. Use the mirror exercise. So you don't need to be staying in any of these energies. You can move through them. And if you need a bit of help with that, I'm always here for you. So you can reach out to me. My details are in the comments below, in the section below. And I'll help you move through that, because it's a really uncomfortable energy to be in. But there is a way through. There is a way through peacefully. It's just going to take some self-discipline to move through that, and some healing. And support, by the way, is so important on this journey. I can't emphasize that enough. It's pretty impossible to do this all on your own. You are going to need a helping hand along the way. So be open to that. So third card for Divine Feminines is the Isolated card. So with the two previous cards, I think, there's an energy here of, do you feel a bit alone in this pattern? Do you feel like nobody really gets it? No one's understanding you, and you've got maybe no one to share that with? And that might be an invitation to, connect with people who do know, people who are in this community, who are on the twin flame journey. So what do you need to do in order to strike up some divine friendships? What do you need to do to connect with others? Maybe a group coaching class would feel really, really good to you, so that you could heal yourself and also see how your journey is so similar to that of others, that we're healing through very, very similar feelings. It really does help to promote your healing when you connect in a group. So now let's check out Divine Masculine. First card we have is the Chaos card. So we've seen a lot of energy. We've got that same hands to the head, a bit of obsessive, chaotic, mental energy happening. Now, you may have heard me say before that you can't do this journey through the mind. And you can't think your way through. You can't imagine your way through or try to understand with the mind. You really do need to apply divine logic, which we find in the teachings of union. So if you're too much in your mind, perhaps there's a feeling that you don't want to feel, and it's time to go a little bit deeper, to ground into your heart and your true feelings and heal there. So masculines, it's time to come out of your head. It's time to really connect with your feelings, with your body, and ground into how you actually feel. Next card, here we go. So here's the masculine actually doing that. So taking time out of his day to go somewhere beautiful, peaceful, connect with nature, connect with love, connect with the divine, and really sit with his heart and feel. So here he is in quiet contemplation, divine masculine. And that looks like a beautiful place to be. And it's really giving you space to feel, process, release, move forward and feel supported. So let's take a look at the next card and piece everything together. Then we've got pride. Yeah, so pride is really not wanting to admit that you got it wrong. And there's a sort of humiliation, embarrassment or shame that comes with that. So a feeling of pride is, no, I'm right, you're wrong, and I'm not having it any other way, and I refuse to own up, I refuse to soften in my heart, I refuse to change here. I'm stubborn, I'm stuck, I'm afraid. So what will it mean for the divine masculine to admit that he needs to change in some way? He needs to soften, he needs to admit, he needs to surrender. And I think that's the healing that I'm noticing coming up here, is a need for surrender and trust and support at the same time. So if you aren't receiving that, do step forward and make sure that you are being looked after. So now let's take a look at the union energies, and we can see first one is thinking of you. It says there, we can get the focus, a loving thought, serendipity. So if you were wondering if your twin flame is thinking of you, here's your answer. And we can see that sun again, which reminds me, the sun here also reminds me the sun here. Notice that. Yeah, so your twin flame is thinking of you just as much as you are of them, because it's the divine really through you both that is connecting you and bringing you together. So keep following that sunshine in your heart, that warmth, that love that melts away all the fears, all the obsession, all the detachment, all the pride, all the chaos, and recognize that only love is real ultimately. So the next card we have is joy. And of course, what is more joyful than riding a dolphin? So here we go. What does it say here? It says, joy is the highest energy of all. It's the magical sense that everything is possible. Joy springs from appreciating the gifts within each moment. Joy allows you to attract and create your present and future at their highest possible levels. So joy is really the release of all the heaviness. Joy is there for you always. It's a state of being. So you are being asked to move through these heavy, complicated, difficult mental energies to just relax into joy. And just let the flow take you and laugh and have fun and know that everything is perfect. Even if it's not the way you want it to be, it's perfectly unfolding. And then the last card we have this week is ending a trauma. And if we can get the focus right, it says, transform memories and symptoms. And that really just tells me that you're moving through some old energy that you may even class as a trauma. Old times where perhaps you were abandoned, neglected, unloved, uncertain, not safe. And that's all coming up now. So your union is completely safe and love is completely safe. So you can step forward into love and allow all these old suffering feelings to melt away with healing. So as I said before, if you'd like some support, do connect, reach out to me, book a session, and I would love to work with you. And take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.